Brothers and sisters of Burkina Faso, citizens of Africa, and members of the international community, today I stand before you not as a man accused, but as a son of Africa defending the dignity of his homeland. The United Nations has declared me an accused. The International Court of Justice, acting under pressure from powerful states, has pronounced orders against my person. The United States and its allies have rushed to enforce travel bans, to freeze cooperation, to suspend trade, and to brand Burkina Faso as a threat to their interests. But let me tell you this with the calm of a soldier and the fire of a patriot: Burkina Faso will never bow. The world was told that Ibrahim Traore violated international law, that he disrespected the global order, that he endangered peace. Yet the world was not told the truth, that Burkina Faso, under my leadership, has simply chosen the path of independence. We have chosen to stand on our feet, to use our gold, our soil, our energy, and our courage for our own people. The so-called crimes they speak of are nothing but the natural consequences of a nation freeing itself from neo-colonial chains. When we expelled foreign companies that looted our resources, they called it aggression. When we invited our African brothers to share knowledge, they called it conspiracy. When we rejected the dictates of those who wished to rule Africa from faraway capitals, they called it rebellion. They say I disobeyed the International Court of Justice, but I ask, when did the ICJ ever deliver justice for Africa? When our lands were invaded, did the ICJ act? When our people were enslaved, did it speak? When Western powers bombed Libya, when they destroyed Iraq, when they occupied Africa through debt and deceit, did the ICJ intervene? No, the ICJ has often been silent where the powerful commit crimes, and loud when the weak stand up. That is why I call it not a court of justice, but a court of obedience. Obedience to those who fund it, those who command its agenda. When the United Nations was founded, it was a promise to humanity. It was meant to be a table where all nations sit as equals, where the mighty and the small have the same voice. But today, that table has tilted. The UN no longer serves all mankind. It serves those who can veto truth itself. The Security Council has become a council of interests, not of security. The General Assembly's voice is drowned by the noise of superpowers. The agencies that were meant to bring food, medicine, and peace now bring sanctions, manipulation, and humiliation. The United Nations has called me a threat to international peace. I say to them, the true threat to peace is poverty manufactured by greed. It is injustice imposed by might. It is a world that allows some to have everything while others starve in silence. If defending my people's right to exist without foreign control makes me an accused, then I accept that title with honor. Our revolution was never about me. It was about the millions of Burkinabe who till the dry earth with hope in their hearts. It was about the young soldiers who refuse to fight wars for foreign flags. It was about the mothers who want to feed their children with food grown in our soil, not imported at the mercy of foreign currency. For decades, our resources have been extracted and exported, leaving our people poor while foreign corporations grow rich. When we demanded fair contracts, they called us radicals. When we nationalized our gold, they called us thieves. And now, because we refuse to obey the command of distant capitals, they cut off trade. They think that without their aid, Burkina Faso will collapse. They underestimate the power of a united people. We will farm our land. We will process our gold. We will teach our youth to build, to innovate, to defend. We will trade with nations that respect us. We will create new alliances based on equality, not dependency. Let them close their doors. Africa will build new ones. To the leaders in Washington, Paris, London, and Brussels, I speak directly to you. You have built an empire, not of morality, but of control. You manipulate global institutions to serve your interests. You claim to defend democracy while crushing nations that choose their own path. You speak of human rights, yet you support regimes that violate them daily. You talk of freedom, yet you punish those who exercise it. Burkina Faso does not need your permission to exist. We do not need your approval to dream. We will not kneel before any foreign throne. Do not mistake our patience for weakness. We are a small country, but our dignity is vast. You can freeze our assets, but not our spirit. You can ban our travel, but not our ideas. You can isolate our leader, but not our revolution. Brothers and sisters across Africa, look at what they do to Burkina Faso today, and know that tomorrow it may be you. The tools of domination have changed their form, but not their function. Where once they used chains of iron, now they use laws, loans, and lies. It is time for Africa to rise, not as fragments, but as one body, one mind, one will. Let us trade with each other, protect each other, defend our values, and reject foreign puppetry. The African Union must stop being an observer and become a shield. Our scholars must rewrite history from an African lens. Our youth must see that the true battle is not of bullets, but of ideas, of innovation, of unity. Let us build an Africa that the world cannot dictate to, an Africa that dictates its own destiny. My beloved people, I speak to you as your brother, not as your ruler. You have stood with courage through every storm. You have faced attacks, sanctions, and lies, yet you have never lost faith. They say that I am isolated. But how can I be isolated when I have the hearts of 22 million Burkinabe beating with me? They think they can weaken us by blocking our trade, but I see you in the markets, still selling, still working, still believing. I see our youth in the fields, in the barracks, in the schools, standing tall. That is our true wealth, the strength of our people. Let us use this challenge to renew our determination. Let us produce what we consume. Let us build industries that answer to our needs. Let us show the world that Burkina Faso is not a beggar nation, it is a builder of its own destiny. The International Court of Justice accuses me, but I remind the world, no court has the right to sit above a nation's sovereignty. Justice that ignores sovereignty is not justice, it is domination dressed in law. If the world wishes for peace, it must begin by respecting nations' right to self-determination. The law should not serve power, it should protect equality. We have seen enough of selective justice. When powerful leaders invade sovereign nations, they walk free. When African leaders defend their soil, they are summoned to court. This is not justice. This is colonialism wearing a robe.
History teaches us that every great nation was once tested. Cuba was sanctioned, yet it stood. Iran was isolated, yet it endured. Venezuela was vilified, yet it persevered.
Burkina Faso will do the same. Our revolution will not die because of travel bans or frozen accounts. It lives in our children, in our songs, in our soil. Every time they try to silence us, our voice will grow louder. Every time they try to divide us, our unity will grow stronger. We will not answer hatred with hatred, but we will defend ourselves with honor. We will not seek revenge, but we will seek justice. Our dream is not war. Our dream is dignity. We want schools, not sanctions. We want tractors, not tanks. We want hospitals, not hostilities. To the world, I say, Burkina Faso is open to friendship, but not submission. We are ready for cooperation, but not domination. We will engage with all nations that respect our sovereignty, that see us as partners, not subjects. We invite the Global South to form new alliances, economic, scientific, cultural, built on fairness and respect. Let the West call it isolation. We call it liberation. History will not remember the resolutions of the United Nations. It will remember the revolutions of the people. It will not remember the decrees of the ICJ. It will remember the dignity of nations that refuse to kneel. So yes, they can accuse me, they can sanction me, they can declare me an outlaw in their system, but they cannot erase the truth that Burkina Faso belongs to its people, not to the United Nations, not to the IMF, not to any empire. The struggle we fight is not for one man, but for all nations who dare to stand free. And I tell the world today, you may control our borders, but never our destiny. You may silence our diplomats, but never our conscience. You may isolate our nation, but never our spirit. Burkina Faso will remain the land of the upright, a beacon of resistance, a heart of Africa beating proudly against the tide of oppression. Long live the people of Burkina Faso. Long live African unity. And long live the eternal struggle for sovereignty and justice.